All right, y'all, what's going on? It's your boy Muggs Amillion in the building. You're now tuned in to another episode of Indie Music Major Business, man. That's right, for all y'all that don't know, now you do know, man. This is brought to you by Money United with Game. We here to motivate, educate, and elevate you as an indie music professional based off of the major business that goes down in the music industry, man. If you want to be successful, you came to the right spot. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm your host, Muggs Amillion, also the author to the book, Indie Music Major Business, A Guide to Your First Royalty Check. It's available right now, the audio book. Go and download it everywhere that you buy and download your music at, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. You can go and find that, man. Again, it's Indie Music Major Business, A Guide to Your First Royalty Check. Know you want to get paid off the music that you done made. So that's the way to do it. You know what I mean? Again, so we're going to jump into this part 2, man. I told y'all I was going to do a part 2 to this, how to maximize your song, right? How to maximize your song, man, your single that you finna start pushing. You know, put some money behind it. You ready to put some money behind it. We gave y'all a lot of game in part 1 on some strategies you can use to start, you know, getting momentum and helping you select the right single and stuff like that. So go and check out part 1 if you haven't already. But the part 2 and continuation of how to maximize your song, man. So another strategy and some game I want to give y'all on how to utilize and maximize a song, right? So once you selected that single and you got that single pushing, right? One of the biggest mistakes we make a lot of times is indie music professionals, especially indie music artists and creators, man. Like, I know we want to keep creating new songs, constantly keep putting out new music, right? But we have to start understanding, right? Once you have that song, that's that song. Like, you went through that process that I mentioned in the first episode of this, the first part of this, talking about the private listening events, and you went through that process, right? You figured out this is the one that we're running with. Now you're in the middle of pushing that song, though. You know, you're starting to get some small momentum in your hometown, and the song is catching on a little bit. It's starting to do what you wanted it to do, and you're feeling good about the song. But now you as a music creator, you done got burnt out, man. That's my old song, man. Like, I got this new stuff I done recorded, but an hour away from there, 2 hours away from there, the next city over, the next state over, they ain't never heard the record. Like, you got a good song, right? The song is picking up momentum, but now you ready to go on to the next song because it done got old to you. And that's the biggest mistake a lot of us make as indie music professionals, right? Is we move on from a song too fast. If you really got a hit song, a hot song, you got to keep pushing it. You got to find creative ways. Like, I know we're in a time of constantly creating content, right? Keep putting out content. That doesn't mean you have to switch up the song, right? If you have a hot song that you are pushing, try to find different ways to re-put out the song. So, for example, you have the music video, right? A lot of y'all jump straight into going and go shooting a music video. But you could utilize this doing different visuals, right? How about you do a version of the song where you're just a performance of the song? This could be in a studio setting. You could be like doing like one of the one mic type of situations where you just stand in front of like a green screen or a certain background with a microphone right there in front of you. You can do the lyrics of the song. You know, like, you have to just find different creative ways to continue to push the one song that is your song, but also continue to find a way to make different content around the song, right? You can sit down and do a making of the song. You know, a lot of y'all have gotten away from showing the process. Like, your fans, your supporters, man, that core fan base and core supporters that you're trying to build out there that is going to take for you to continue to thrive and start making money from your music and from your brand, they want to be engaged with you. They want to see the whole process. They want to be a part of the journey with you. What's the backstory to the song? What made you make this song your single? You know, what was the process like? You know, did you and the producer link up? Did you get a producer some guidance on how you wanted the track to be? Did he just email you some beats and you just went in there and you freestyle something? Like, what was the process of how you made the song? You know, before you jump into just making a music video, releasing that, and then you get tired of the song already and you burnt out on it, go through the different processes and the different steps of showcasing the song. Again, you can do a visual, not a music video, but a music visual of the song. Again, it can be a performance-like type of setting where you're just straight up in the studio and you performing the song in front of a microphone, in front of a plain screen. Could be a all black background and you just right there and just freestyling the song. You could do the acapella version of it, you know, where you take the beat out, especially if it's a song that consists of like some real deal lyrical content, right? You may want to break it down and like just rap the one verse and explain to people some of the punchlines and metaphors that you said in that verse that they may not have caught because all you're doing is just putting the song out there and keeping it moving, right? You may want to, again, cover the hook idea, the hook concept of where the hook originated from, what made you create that type of hook, you know, what inspired you to come with that type of song, you know, so doing some kind of small little background breakdown of the song, you know, that's a way to continue to create different content and maximize the song while you're putting it out there and pushing it to the people, right? A remix. Of course, you know, back in the days, the 90s, early 2000s, the remix was heavy, right? Every popular song that came out, especially like R&B records that came out back in the day, they were quick to do a remix and throw the hottest new rapper on the song, and they would bring it a whole different vibe, you know? So the remix is still a thing, you know? You can even call it a part 2 and expand on the original version. You know, you may want to try out a different vocal pattern and a different flow or something though, man. Switch up your cadence on the new version of the song. You know, it's still the same beat, it's still the same hook, but you may want to flip your verse around and do something different on your verse. You know, you may want to fully switch the beat out. Again, the remixes of back in the day, it was infamous for that. You know, it may be an original that was an R&B kind of ballad kind of feel, a little more slowed down and real deal R&B lovey-dovey. And then, you know, some of the producers, you know, your Jermaine Dupri's and Puff Daddy's and stuff back in the day would take it, kind of put more of a hip-hopist vibe to it, upbeat tempo. And now it's a whole nother record, you know, but it's the same song. So, you know, again, small things like that, man, that like really maximize and utilize your record. Like perfect example, a record that I put out in 2020, right? Trying to Make It. So I had a part 1 that's out already. So again, description is down at the bottom, man. You go find my music. For y'all that didn't know, not only am I the author of the book, Indie Music Major Business, A Guide to Your First Royalty Check. Not only am I a #1 Billboard songwriter, but I'm a recording artist as well myself. Muggs Amillion. I got an album out right now called One of a Million. The song that I'm talking about, Trying to Make It, was the original version. Is released out on iTunes and Apple Music and all that right now. But it was released on that album, One of a Million, right? But here, as of recently, I just put out the part 2. They got Kevin Gates on there, though. And so, again, finding ways to take a song that you know that, and that part 2 is available right now. Again, all the descriptions is at the bottom for y'all just tuned in and checking out the episode, and they want to follow me and find me. And also, again, just put that Muggs Amillion in your Apple Music search and your Spotify search, man, and all my music will pop up. You know, it's MUG with the $sign and then Amillion, just like it sounds, but AMILLON. Again, the description will be, the link to be down in the description right there. But for y'all that's just listening to me right now, checking it out, y'all go holler at your boy, man. Muggs Amillion is in the building. That boy can rap, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, but y'all tell me, leave it in the comments. Go check out the music. Drop it in the comments and y'all let me know. You feel me? But the Trying to Make It part 2 is just a continuation or just a different version of that same Trying to Make It record, you know? And so that's what you have to start doing as an indie music artist, indie music professional, is finding creative ways, right? Once you know that this is the right song for you. And again, don't be afraid to just keep pushing the song. You got to go over to the next city sometime. Like if your hometown done fell in love with the song, now you done got to the point where you go to the club, the DJ playing it without you even requesting it. the fans and the audience and the crowd is actually rocking to it and they rapping the song word for word, you feel like you got a hit song, take it to the next city then, man, because if it's a hit song, it's a hit song, no matter where you go with it, right? We just had to get out of that comfort zone of only thinking, okay, it done got big in my city, I'm the man now, I'm good. No, man, if you want to take your song to nationwide, worldwide levels like the majors do, that's what you have to do, man. You start off in your hometown, you move over to the next city over, you expand it from the next city over to the next state over, and keep going and keep growing with it. You know, yeah, we're in the times of the internet, and everybody feels like as long as I put it out on Apple Music, Spotify, it's out there to the world. No, it's not, man. You got to get out there and you got to push that song to the world, right? Just uploading the video to YouTube, like, the thing you got to understand is people are so critical these days, right? So if you put a song out with a full-blown music video and say you got on the wrong kind of wardrobe or you got the wrong people in the background in the scene of that video, people may be turned off from the song just based off of that. You know, people are so critical these days, man. If you got on the wrong color shirt or the wrong type of shoes in a music video, they may turn that video off and not even give your song a chance anymore. So sometimes it's best to just maybe just put the album cover up there and have the song playing in the background. I can remember, it's real true facts. I can remember back when the I'm On One, the DJ Khaled record, right? The I'm On One record, when it first came out, before they even had the visual with Wayne and Drake and them in the video, it was just the album cover sitting up there, right? It was just the album cover sitting up there, and I remember this very vividly. The song was at like 5 million views with just the album cover sitting up there and the entire song playing in the background of it, right? Because you have to think about it. Some people use YouTube just to listen to content. They're not necessarily actually watching it. Even though it's a viewer-based type of channel and platform, right? You would assume that it's YouTube, it's for videos, people are going on here and actually sitting and watching it. But I take example with myself. Sometimes when I'm listening to a podcast of a certain platform or whatever, I may be in the middle of cooking dinner or washing dishes or, you know, doing something in the background around the house or doing something else, but I'm watching the episode, but I'm really just listening to the information, right? So some people are doing the same thing with your music. They may just be letting it play. YouTube just may be the comfortable platform that they're used to listening to their music on, not necessarily saying that they're watching your music video. This is just the platform they choose to go to, because you think about a person that has an Android phone, they may not necessarily have Apple Music on their phone, right? And then you got a lot of people that don't really have Spotify. So some people use YouTube as just a way of streaming and listening to music as well. They're not necessarily watching and looking at your video. So utilize that to your advantage, right? Like I said, find these different ways. You may want to do the lyric version of the song, where it's just the lyrics flowing up and down the screen as the song is being played, because people may find an interest in saying, dang, I didn't know that's what he had said on that song, though. That's hard, though, you know, and that's what may draw them to the song and get them excited about going back and actually listening to the record and putting the song in rotation, right? So again, man, I just wanted to drop some game on y'all, man, give y'all some good little insight and some tools on how to just maximize your song, man. You're an indie music artist out there. And I know you sometimes, like I said, it can get frustrating with trying to find the right song and trying to find ways to get creative with pushing the song. But again, hopefully this episode, these tips here that I gave y'all can give y'all some good insight on how to maximize your song, man. Again, don't give up on it too early in the process. If you're getting good feedback on it, you feel great about it. Again, you took those steps, man, put together that private listening session with the DJs and the curators of your city. And people are saying like, yo, this your one, man. This is the one. Keep pushing it. All it takes is one song, man. One hit song can take you there, man. You know, again, yes, people going viral off of songs on TikTok and, you know, on social media, different platforms, songs is catching on and stuff like that. And that's great as well. If you can go about it that way and hit you a lick, man, salute and congratulations to you. I'm not knocking it at all, man. But again, don't get so stuck in that comfort zone or dependent on this internet, man. You got to get out there, meet the people, touch the people, interact with the people, man, and really get their feedback on what your music is sounding like to them. Again, you're not the only one got to listen to your song, man. So make sure you're taking the proper steps to make sure that the people, especially the DJs and the curators of the club scene, the club managers and the promoters of these clubs, man, make sure they like the record. Because again, ain't nothing like you bumping down on the DJ at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning in the middle of his hottest club set, and you just begging him, man, I got you 200, man, play my song right now, man, the club packed, play my song. Bro, he ain't never even heard the song. This song might not even fit with what I'm playing, tonight. So it's like, know the process of what it takes to get your record in the rotation with these DJs. And again, do the thorough investigation of your music, man. Go through the process and the steps of getting your song tested by the people that matter first before saying, okay, this is the song we're going to put all our money behind. We're pushing this one. Don't do that just off of your opinion and your homeboy opinion or because little cuz said, yeah, you got one, bruh. No. Go to the people that really matter, get their true opinion, and take in their constructive criticism so you can know, yeah, I really got me one, and we finna push it. And push it to the max, man. Get with the DJs in the next city over, the next town over. Go and bump down on their club scene the same way you would do your own club scene. And, shoot them some chicken wings, get them a couple shots, get them to play at a time or two. Bring your crowd with you. Bring your crowd with you. Like, you can't depend on the crowd of the club because they don't know you there. Bring your crowd with you that knows your song, that supports your brand, and y'all come in there and y'all show them, man, this is why y'all should be rocking to my song because look at how we rocking to it. So again, man, that's another episode of Indie Music, Major Business, brought to you by the great people over at Money United with Game. I'm your host, Muggs Amillion in the building. Y'all go share this with your people. Subscribe to the channel. Check the links down in the description, man. Find me on social media. Go find my music, man. Add me to your playlist. The boy, all right. You know what I'm saying? But again, y'all tell me. Shoot me a DM. Shoot me a comment at the bottom after you go check out my music. And you let me know what y'all think, man. Again, the audio book, Indie Music, Major Business, A Guide to Your First Royalty Check is available on them same sites. Wherever you can go find my music, you can go find the audio book. And let's get to it, y'all. Let's go.